Well, let's go. So welcome to another video. It's 0x03, which is third lecture of Rust programming. And in this lecture, as I promised, I'm going to show you how to print hello world in Rust with Cargo, which is pretty I guess like all the Rust developers do that, and it is presetted by the Rust developers, and they also recommend it to use the Cargo. So it's better to use Cargo and see how we can do that. Don't mind the background, my brother is learning Japanese on Duolingo, so this is our folder, which is Rust, and we have already printed that beginners one, and which is string though. So if we can cat it, we can see this hell. We haven't programmed hello world yet, so let's do the hello world with Cargo this time. So let's do Cargo init and hello world. What it's going to do, it's going to create one of your directory here in this folder, and we can see what it have in ls then hello. So we have like two folders here, two files. Well, everything in Linux is files. So we have source and Cargo.toml, which is all the dependency and packages. We are going to talk about this. So let's go jump into it. So hello world, and then you can see these two files here. The main one is source, so we have to talk about the source one. So in the source, you are going to code your program here. There you will have your main file. So if I go to the source one and see, so this is our main file. So what Cargo did for us is it already have that hello world string in this. So we have already programmed hello world without even coding. So if I'm gonna do cat main, so you can see it already did that hello world for us. We just have to do run. So if we are gonna run this, we are not gonna do this with a binary file like we did in like hell.rs. We are not gonna use this one because we are using Cargo to do this. So if we do Cargo, and then we can build, but this time we can just go and run it. So if we do Cargo and run, so it has just run it. So this is our file, and here run your first program, not the first, the second one, because we have already programmed that hell one. So this is your second program in Rust. So you have did hello world here. Now there's two ways to run this, because as you can see, it's just compiled and it's built it. So we have the binary file here in this path. If I go to this path, let's go back, and now what it did is we have cargo.log, which is automatically built by Cargo. You can see it contains some versions and some packages. I'm also going to talk about this and this. So you have finished source here. So what do you can do in source? You have to just write your program. We are going to update this in this lecture. And then the target one. So you have seen it have built this binary file in the target, then debug, and then hello world. So if I have to run that, I can go to the target, then debug, and then hello world. So here you go, the hello world got printed. I mean, like, this file has binary file in this path. So that's it. If you can see, there are like tons of files here. If I go to target, then you can see debug, and then you can see the bunch of files here. If I do ls, you can see build, depends, examples, and a bunch of more, and d. So you don't want to like go and talk about this. I also don't want to talk about this in early lectures, but we are going to talk about this in other lectures. So let's go back and go back again. So now we have this file, this cargo.toml. so what is this? If I'm gonna cat this, or yeah, just cat this. I don't want to open this in Vim. So here you can see we have our hello world, which is the name of our project. We have that init one, right? So then we have the version, it's 0.1.0, which is the initial version in starting. If you are doing this, if you're going to change your version, then you can put it like 0.2.0, Then edition is 2021, which is default. You can also put it like 2024. And then dependency, we aren't using any dependency right now, but we will use dependency in further codes. And when you gonna program a big project, like you are making a bot or something, then you are using a dependency here. And if you go to the website, you will find a very good game in the Rust document, which is a guessing game in the second section of their book. Yeah, you can use that, and in which they have used the rand dependency. So that's a good example. We will also cover that if I think after variables, because they have put that in the very starting, but they haven't covered the variables one. But I guess that's a good example. So you can just change it if you want to. I will change it in a few minutes. Then we have this cargo.lock. Nobody talks about this, but it's automatically generated by Cargo. It is not intended for manual editing, so it's just a version which I've told, and then it contains the packages. If you put your dependency and change it here, it's also gonna automatically change here in the lock one. So that's it. And why are we using Cargo? What's the benefit of using Cargo? Is because you can see how clear is that our source file is here, then our binary file is there, and if you want to check our dependency, that's here. And if you put this in your GitHub, then you will have a bunch of like software. So there people can understand where is your binary files, where is your source file, what dependency you are using on, and that seems like a very good project. So if I go back to my source, let me go to Cargo first and change it to something else. So if I go here, hello world, instead of hello world, I'm writing is, let's do hack for life, which is, I don't know why I put my channel name hack for living. So it's like hack for living, or just name it as your name. You can name it anything. I'm just going with my name. So just Frey here, and then I will go to the source file, then main. So I'm gonna edit this. I will use Vim for this one. I will put my name here, Frey, and back. Now we can build. Now if we go cargo build, so it's gonna build, and then it's actually built it. Now we're gonna run it, cargo run, and then there you go. We have our output, and that binary file is here. Now we have the two files. You know that hello world file is also there in the target one. If I go back, you can see that. If I go to the target and then debug, so I have the hello world file and the Frey one. So if I gonna run the Frey one first, so it's Frey. If I'm gonna run the hello world, it's hello world. So that's it. That's it about this video, and I think I have covered everything. There are also more in Cargo. We can also use that Rust up, and maybe I have to cover that in the second video, because we are just going with the scratch. Like, we have to just understand the syntax and everything about Rust, so it can be easy if we are gonna code in future. So that's it about this video. I guess you're gonna love this series. And yeah, that's my wallpaper. I'm just flexing my wallpaper again.